On the front here, we have the power button. We have a combo jack for the audio. We have USB-C. And then on the sides, we just have ventilation. On the back, we have an Ethernet jack. We have three USB 3s. It's kind of a weird number. And then there's just this one USB 2 there. We have HDMI out, DisplayPort out, and the actual DC in for power. So dual display out, which is pretty cool. And they're both HD display out. I'm assuming you can probably do up to 4K, but you know, you don't really want to do that. And it does say on the back here, 128 gig, and look at that Athlon 300U. Is that a 2-core 4-thread?
I believe it's a 2-core 4-thread. We'll have the specs right here somewhere.
We'll have it somewhere, but we're gonna need some screwdrivers to get into this now.
Let's open her up.
So I'm gonna assume we just take off these little feetsies. Here.
It's the only screws I see, so if they want you to be able to open it, then I think those are the screws.
This is the way.
Oh, wow.
Oh, look at that, that's kind of cool. So it actually has like a metal plate kind of guarding the motherboard to make sure you don't damage it, but it looks like we do have an actual standard M.2. We can get that out just to see what's going on there. We do only have one stick of RAM, but it is Kingston, and it's SODIMM laptop RAM. I assume that it's DDR4. I don't know if we can see a speed on there.
I'll have to check that in Windows.
Yeah, we might, yeah. We'll check it in Windows. Oh, I do see, no, that's not a speed. I saw 2.1 and I'm like, oh, 2133. But yeah, I'm gonna assume just because it's a newer Athlon that it should be DDR4, but I won't hurt to check. I like how they have little rubber bands in this heatsink here. Can we get this off without breaking it? Probably not, right?
They might use like some thermal adhesive instead of, you know.
Yeah, I don't know if we want to risk it, but I don't know. I mean, it looks like we have a model number back there, so I might be able to look that up, but it looks to me like it kind of looks like one of the HP or Western Digital blue drives, but who knows. We'll figure out exactly what it is once we get into Windows. I don't think it's NVMe or anything because it didn't say it is, but you know, we'll be able to figure that out once we get in there. We don't really want to break this before we actually get to testing because we have done that before.
Yeah,
and,
so
yeah,
it works out well. But what we're gonna go ahead and do is put this thing back together now that we know what's inside it, and we're just gonna load up a couple games, some lower and older titles to show you the power of these integrated graphics on this Athlon 300U, and from there we'll just do some benchmarks and then wrap the video up real quick.
or the lack of power.
Or lack of power, we're about to find